Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to this edition of the AEW Dynamite Recap Show. Of course, this week's AEW Dynamite is the go-home show for this Sunday's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. I will be checking that out. How about you folks? You folks going to be checking out as well? Before I get started with everything, let's do the usual thing. If you dig it, or if you dig this video, click that thumbs up button. Also, leave me a comment. Are you looking forward to Double or Nothing? Did you like this week's Dynamite? Or just be friendly and say hello. That's always cool too. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Alright, now with all that out of the way, let's freaking go. First segment of the night, we have the face-off of the finalists of the men's portion of the Owen Hart Cup. Of course, the winner of this will face whoever the champion is come All In pay-per-view, which will probably be Jon Moxley. It is Adam Page and Will Ospreay facing off in here. Excalibur, Mask Boy. You got two singles wrestlers about to face each other in a singles match. This is their go-home program or go-home promo. Why would they need to flip a coin about? Anyway, Will Ospreay said, hey, sent the security home, said, no, we're not going to, get violent here. We're not going to get physical here. We're just going to be sit here chit chat, bruv. And he brought out a couple beers, gave Paige one. Paige, of course, didn't do the cheers with him, but Will say that, hey, he pushed them to be the main event of Double or Nothing this weekend, and he was granted that, so they will be your main event. Said he wants he wants to win that thing a little bit more than Page does, so he go to All In and face presumably Jon Moxley, and stress how important to him that he stress that grind he goes through, bruv. I also said that he wants to like I said, it's like a professional thing. It's to bring that championship home to AEW. Paige got on the mic and said, look, to me it's personal. I've been going through hell the last couple of years. I wanted so his kids to think of him as a good dad, his wife to not look at him in pity, because like I said, the last 2 years have been hell. Will said if Adam wins, he'll have his back against Jon Moxley, and hopes that if Will wins, Paige will do the same. Will Ospreay took his beer, kind of poured it down his throat, didn't really drink it all. But Adam Page, I give him credit. He chugged his beer. But anyway, that was the end of that promo. First match of the night is a all-stars 6-man tag. Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks going up against Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Swerve Strickland. Moxley and Joe threw hands until tensions went too high. Their teammates separated them. They tagged out. All 6 men went at it. A double not today from Swerve and Joe as the Bucks went for a slingshot cross bodies. Bucks and Mox took over on Hobbs, working on his leg. Hobbs was able to tag in. Then Swerve Strickland came in. All his stuff looked pretty smooth. All three go out again. Swerve Strickland rolls up a Buck for the win. Then they brought a little bit afterwards. And they brought a little bit also after the show. More on that later. Next segment, we had a Hurt Syndicate coming out. They finally signed the contracts. MJF is an official member of the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley still a little hesitant about it, but he still signed the contract. Out came out the Sons of Texas. That's Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They will be going against Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin for the AEW World Tag Team Championship come Double or Nothing. But yeah, Dustin cut a promo saying, hey, we've both been through hell, blah, blah, blah. Don't trust that snake in the grass, MJF. Um, not a spirited promo. Let's just say that. After that, next matchup we had Anthony Bowen, taking on Ricochet. Pretty decent little back and forth match. Ricochet would hit Bowen with the scissors when the ref was occupied by Billy Gunn, then hit the Spirit Gun for the win. Now we have the face-off between the women's finalists of the Owen Hart Cup. Of course, this one, whoever the AEW Women's Champion is, come All In. The winner of this match between Mercedes Money and Jamie Hayter, Jamie, don't call me Becky Lynch Hayter, are the finalists of this one. The usual stuff. Hayter wants to be the man and needs to win this to see if she was really good enough was her coming back just a waste, or does she still have it? Mercedes said, hey, she's a revolution. She is the Beyonce of women's wrestling. Hayter mentioned that, Money is down one championship belt. And of course, Monet did not like this, attack Hayter, but Hayter bounced back, hit the Haterade, knocking Mercedes Monet out. And after all that, Toni Storm comes out because she's going to be the guest commentator for the main event, which is Julia Hart versus Mini Shirakawa. Mini Shirakawa, of course, is facing Toni Storm at Double or Nothing pay-per-view for the AEW Women's Championship. The ending went like this: a spinning back fist by Shirakawa had Hart down for 2. Hart did counter a glorious driver, but missed on the swan dive moonsault. Shakira immediately attacked Hart's knee, went for his instep figure 4, but Hart rolled Meanie over for a 2 count. Hart would also counter another glorious driver and roll up Shakira for another 2 count, but Meanie reversed the roll up into a crucifix pin of her own and got the victory like that. Following the match, Hart took her frustrations over the loss on Meanie and was joined by her protege Sky Blue, but Toni Storm came in and helped out, but Meanie didn't seem to be happy about her helping out. They had a little tug of war over the AEW Women's Championship belt. The challenger did tie Storm up in the figure 4 around the ring post during that. And of course, after this, we had another brawl with the Anarchy at the Arena participants. Swerve and Omega were playing on tables. The Bucks did a splash on them, and that is how the show ends. Okay, kind of just a typical Dynamite show, but of course this time they're kind of help promote the pay-per-view, which I think they did a pretty good job. Their promos between the Owen Hart are both the men and women's Owen Hart tournament final participants went too bad. I'd say Paige and Ospreay's promo against each other was just a little bit better. I take that back. It was actually a whole lot better than Hayter's and Monet. But it just keeps the point across. This way for them to say, hey, this is recent, I deserve it. Basically trying to be a little different, I guess. But anyway, that does it for this week's AEW Dynamite Recap show. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Don't forget to click like, comment, share with friends, and above all else, take it easy. Have a good one. And until next time.